The sun sets over the ghetto street of Bangu, casting a warm orange glow over the crowded pavement. The air cools down, carrying the sweet scent of fried plantains and the sound of lively chatter. Children's laughter echoes through the alleys as they play hide and seek behind colorful street art. The vibe is relaxed, with neighbors sharing stories and gossip on their doorsteps. It's a time for the hood to unwind and connect after a long day. Meet Taiwo, a talented young artist who lives in the ghetto. He spends most of his days sketching and painting, using the vibrant street art in his neighborhood as inspiration. Taiwo dreams of a better life, where he can share his art with the world and make a name for himself. Despite the challenges around him, he remains determined to pursue his passion and create a brighter future. Taiwo has friends who are a lively bunch, always up to something. There's Tan, the charismatic leader, and Lola, the sassy one with a heart of gold. Together they explore the ghetto's hidden gems, from secret gardens to underground music spots, parties, and of course girls. But not all of Taiwo's friends have his best interests at heart. There's Sola, who often tempts him into trouble, partying and going over everything underskirt, the life of the party, and Femi, who's always gossiping. Despite the drama, Taiwo knows how to keep his friends in check and focus on his art. One evening, Taiwo and his friends stumbled upon a secret concert in an abandoned warehouse. The energy was electric, with the local DJ spinning sick beats, and ladies whining and swinging their waist to the beat, and guys rocking them like their lives depended on it. Taiwo was captivated by the performers, who came to the concert to showcase themselves, and those who were using art and music to express themselves and tell their stories. He felt inspired to create something of his own, something that would showcase the beauty and resilience of life in the ghetto. Taiwo's mind was buzzing with ideas. He decides to create a mural on the warehouse wall, using vibrant colors and bold strokes to depict the ghetto's vibrant culture. His friends cheer him on as he works, and soon the mural becomes a beloved landmark in the street. People from all over came to take photos and admire Taiwo's talent. As Taiwo's mural gains popularity, a well-dressed stranger appears in the ghetto, claiming to be an art critic. He praises Taiwo's work and offers to mentor him, promising to introduce his art to a wider audience. Taiwo is hesitant at first, but the stranger's smooth talk and promises of fame and fortune eventually win him over. However, it turns out that the stranger has ulterior motives, seeking to exploit Taiwo's talent for his own gain. He offers Taiwo a deal that benefits himself more than the young artist. The stranger, who we'll call Mr. Smith, introduces Taiwo to a world of luxury and excess. He takes him to high-end clubs, fancy restaurants, and exclusive events, where Taiwo meets influential people and is exposed to new experiences. But Mr. Smith's intentions are far from pure. He uses Taiwo's talent and charm to further his own interests, introducing him to powerful people who can help advance his own agenda. Taiwo becomes a pawn in Mr. Smith's game, and his art and reputation are exploited for Mr. Smith's gain. As Taiwo becomes more entrenched in Mr. Smith's world, He's introduced to a lifestyle of excess and indulgence. He's given drugs to try, and while initially hesitant, he eventually succumbs to the pressure. Mr. Smith presents these vices as a way to unwind and network. But Taiwo soon realizes that he's trapped in a cycle of addiction. Similarly, Taiwo is introduced to girls who are also under Mr. Smith's influence. He's initially uncomfortable with the situation, but Mr. Smith assures him that it's all part of the package of success. Taiwo is torn between his own morals and the desire to fit in. As Taiwo becomes more entrenched in this lifestyle, he starts to lose sight of his own goals and aspirations. He's constantly partying, using drugs, and surrounded by people who are only looking out for themselves. It's a toxic environment, and Taiwo knows it. But he feels trapped. One night at a club, Taiwo is arrested at a party for possession of drugs. He was assigned to deliver a package in the party for Mr. Smith. As he's handing it over, he's caught by the authorities and arrested on the spot. Taiwo is shocked and scared, realizing that he's been set up. Mr. Smith's plan was to use Taiwo as a fall guy all along. Mr. Smith was nowhere to be found, and Taiwo is left to face the consequences alone. He was left in the prison with no trials, being shattered, and was left to face the harsh realities of the criminal justice system. This was a wake-up call Taiwo needs. To realize that he's been living a lie, he begins to question everything and eventually wanted an out of Mr. Smith's games and vowed to expose Mr. Smith's deceit. Find out what happened to Taiwo and was he able to expose Mr. Smith.